Now, this tragedy hit close to home for me. Virginia Beach is my home, and I went to high school right across the street from where the shooting happened. My cousin's wife, Sheila Cook, works in one of the buildings and heard the initial gunfire. I spoke with her earlier about what she heard, what she saw, and her emotions. Where were you when you first heard the gunshots?
We were inside of our building getting ready to go home for the day.
Mm-hmm. And what did you hear?
We heard a few pops, not sure if it was close to the courthouse or not.
Mm-hmm. And when did you realize that it was close to the courthouse?
When the officer let us know that we were on lockdown.
What did the officer tell? Did he tell you anything about what was going on?
No, he didn't disclose any details at all. So we all just began to look on our phones to see if it was serious.
How concerned were you when you found out that there was a gunman in that area?
Very concerned, because I know that there are people going in and out of those buildings all day. So not knowing if maybe one of my family members or somebody I know was over there, or, you know, so many things run through your mind.
How are your emotions right now? Are you still in shock?
I am, because there's been a lot of totalities, and you think about it taking place everywhere else except home.
What are your emotions tonight as you think about the many casualties that happen in a place where you work, a place where you call home?
Even though we don't see each other often in those buildings, we consider each other family. We love our jobs. We love going to work. We felt safe. So for someone to take away that feeling of feeling safe, it says a lot.
Took away their feeling of feeling safe. Look for overnight updates on our morning news starting at 6 a.m. Our coverage also continues right now on CBS17.com and our news app.
The mass shooting in Virginia Beach leaves a community heartbroken. With the investigation underway, people from all around are showing their support for the victims and their families. Our Zach Dahlheimer is live in Virginia Beach. And Zach, I know this whole community is mourning tonight.
Hey, good evening, Maggie. Yes, we're behind Bridge Church here in Virginia Beach, where we've seen a lot of people going in. People, volunteers of the church, say tonight is an opportunity for those to come in to pray and reflect. And they say it's important to open the doors to this community after what happened just yesterday. And of course, people not only here, but have been showing their signs of support even outside the Virginia Beach Municipal Center, standing united together while grieving.
This is not the Virginia Beach we know and love.
Vic Werhowski and his wife Gloria are Virginia Beach city employees.
Her building was very close by. She got out at 1:30 and was walking to the parking lot and getting in her car. So just fortunate for us that, you know, she was home safe and sound.
But this weekend, they're coming by the municipal center where other city employees were killed in a mass shooting.
It's just sad. It's almost inexpressible, almost tough to find the right words.
God rest her soul.
Some placing flowers and flags, others standing in silence, holding hands in thought and prayer.
It's how we heal each other.
Longtime resident Edmund Maynard is one of those coming out to pay respects and pray for families.
I hope that they can in time heal, even though, you know, they'll probably never fully be healed, because, you know, there's a big hole in their heart where a person used to be, but they're not here anymore.
One of our softball parents that had lost her life yesterday, and another good friend of mine lost her neighbor. So whether I personally know someone, I know people that's been touched.
Virginia Beach native Melissa Milliman says regardless of what happened, they're staying strong as one.
We're VB strong.
And Maggie, the city of Virginia Beach and Old Dominion University will be holding events next week to honor those killed in the shooting. Live in Virginia Beach, Zach Dahlheimer, CBS 17 News.
A memorial is growing in Virginia Beach for the 12 victims of Friday's mass shooting inside a city building. As police search for a motive, neighbors struggle to understand how and why something like this could happen. CBS 17's Zach Dahlheimer takes a closer look now at how the community is honoring the victims.
This is what you find near the Virginia Beach Municipal Center, tape and law enforcement surrounding the property. But if you look here, you can see how community members are also leaving their mark. Flowers, flags, and cards like this one reading, "To all affected on May 31st, you are in our thoughts and prayers forever."
It feels like there's a hole, you know, like someone's made a hole in the community.
We find ourselves still in the midst of that dark valley.
A community filling Bridge Church in Virginia Beach to pray and support each other after a mass shooting at the Virginia Beach Municipal Center.
Richard H. Nelton.
I think that's the only way you really get through something like this is by coming together and by opening up your doors and letting people know that they're not alone.
We were able to hear muffled pops.
Shalia Cook was working Friday at the Municipal Center when shots rang out.
I know if he would have decided to do it outside, 10 minutes later, my co-workers and I would have been coming outside to go home. We were ready to go home.
As her building went on lockdown, she prayed and kept in touch with loved ones while first responders acted.
They sprang into action to try to get everybody home, but it didn't happen like that.
Cook is close with the family of one of those killed, city employee Ryan Keith Cox.
I was able to hear him sing, so that blesses my heart to know that I heard that voice on this side, and now he's going to be singing in the choir in heaven.
Now she and others are praying while leaving flowers, notes, and candles, keeping the light burning while staying Virginia Beach strong. The city of Virginia Beach and Old Dominion University also plan on holding events to honor those killed in the shooting. In Virginia Beach, Zach Dahlheimer, CBS 17 News.
And our Zach Dahlheimer spent the weekend in Virginia Beach speaking with community members.
And today, the town held a unique celebration of life.
It's therapeutic, so it's our therapy.
Allie and Adam Hogan are on the coast honoring the victims killed in the Virginia Beach mass shooting.
My dad was in the building next to it 2 minutes before it happened. He was actually supposed to go pull a permit that same day, but for some reason he just didn't go down.
We're a big city, but we're a real small town feel. You know, everybody knows everybody, it seems like.
The Hogans are friends with the son of one of the victims, Herbert Snelling, a contractor trying to fill a permit when he was killed.
He was just a great man. He was big into his church, and just if you didn't know him, you knew him. He never met a stranger from what we heard.
They and others paddled out into the ocean for those killed or injured in the shooting.
Just typically being from a beach community and living here, if someone passes away in the community and was avid on the water, even if they weren't, this is just kind of how everyone comes together.
Some friends, others strangers, coming together as one.
My neighbor, she lost a son, and my other neighbor worked in the building next door, so it all impacted us in small ways.
It's hard every single time that I have to look.
Cassie Hillian even bringing pieces of driftwood, each bearing a name of those who are gone.
It doesn't impact the environment in a bad way, and their names will float out to sea, and when we go out, we can honor each person and let the families know we really love them, and we're so sorry they're having to go through all this.
Whether on land or water, those like the Hogans will continue to rise up for those impacted.
It's extremely unfortunate, and they're going to need Virginia Beach as a community in the next coming days, weeks, months, and even years.
And good evening to you live here from Virginia Beach. We have a group of people singing here in front of the Virginia Beach Municipal Center. Behind us, too, we can tell you the flag is raised at half-staff to memorialize and pay tribute to those who lost their lives in last week's shooting. Now, we do want to point out that tomorrow, Courthouse Community United Methodist Church in Virginia Beach plans on holding a couple of community prayer services. Live in Virginia Beach, I'm Zach Dahlheimer, CBS 17 News.
This is still very much an active investigation.
It is. And Maggie and Maurice, the big question is, why did he do this? Now, Virginia police are looking into his resignation letter to see if there are any clues. In fact, we got that resignation letter within the last hour. So take a really good look at your screen right now. It's a pretty straightforward email sent on Friday. Some of this is redacted. It reads, I want to officially put in my 2 weeks notice to vacate my position. It closes with, it has been a pleasure to serve the city, but due to personal reasons, I must relieve my position. Now, the gunman walked into the municipal building around 4:08 Friday afternoon. Police responded 2 minutes later, but it took about 30 minutes to disarm the gunman. The 40-year-old then died in the hospital. Officers say right now it doesn't seem like a targeted attack. 12 employees died in Friday's shooting. Now, police did have trouble navigating that building. They describe it as a honeycomb.
Begin with Angela Taylor, who is in Virginia Beach right now.
She spent much of the day talking to people, and Angela, I've spoken with friends and family, and the mood there is still heavy.
Yeah, Marius, you would know this is your hometown. This is where you grew up. You have a lot of friends here, including police officers who witnessed this tragedy. A lot of people that I talked to today said they're just shocked about what happened. Right now, we are right outside the municipal center. That, of course, is where that shooting took place. We know that 12 innocent people were killed by a man who used to work in that same facility. He was then killed by officers on the scene. You can see that makeshift memorial still sitting there underneath that crime scene tape. We imagine that will stay up for a while. Now, we did talk to a city worker today who described this incident in one word. He said, sad. Carlin Winston Jr. had no idea what was going on late Friday afternoon.
My wife said, babe, you heard them sirens? I'm like, huh? And I look up, man, we almost got ran out the way. I had to get over to the side of the road. We was really in the area. We was right down the street when it was going on.
It wasn't long after he learned what was happening.
But when I heard about it, I'm like, nah, not Virginia Beach.
It's been 72 hours since a 15-year veteran of the Public Works Department went inside this building, opening fire and killing 12 innocent people. Monday, people gathered around this makeshift memorial just outside the building. It's where we found Virginia Beach Mayor Bobby Dyer offering condolences to his community, but also remembering the longtime friend he lost.
One of the gentlemen that was tragically life taken was a carpenter that worked on my house, and we became friends. So, you know, that actually brings a harsh reality, makes it even harsher.
Less than a mile away, another memorial. This time, 12 crosses lined neatly where you can read the names of the victims. It's a place where people can remember the lives lost, many wiping back tears, remembering what the community was like before Friday's deadly attack.
I mean, I'm really lost for words because it just doesn't happen. This Virginia Beach, everybody really close. We like family, especially the city workers. This stuff don't happen here. It's very sad.
Sad, that's the word he used to describe this incident. He said that he is still in shock even 72 hours after the shooting happened. Again, it happened on Friday around 4 o'clock. It wasn't until about 4:40 they were able to take the gunman down. The gunman died on the way to the hospital. Our team coverage continues tonight with CBS 17's Michael Hyland. He is in Raleigh getting answers about how this shooting could affect future preparations if a shooting like this were to happen again. All right, Michael, thank you. You know, just a few moments ago, we actually saw some FBI agents walk out of that building. That's the front door back there where the gunman went inside, of course, killing 11 people inside, killing one person sitting in their car outside. You could tell that they were sort of piecing together the investigation. Now, though, those doors have closed back up, and all that's left in the parking lot are less than a dozen cars. Now, we want to remind you that there is a vigil taking place here in Virginia Beach tonight at 11. We talked to the pastor, Pastor Anderson. She will be leading that group. She is expecting a big crowd. And our coverage from Virginia Beach continues tonight at 11. And, of course, go to CBS17.com. Don't forget to sign up for our breaking news alerts. That will let you know when other vigils are taking place or any other community events that maybe you want to be a part of to help support the survivors and the families that lost a loved one. We are live in Virginia Beach. Angela Taylor, CBS 17 News.